fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Jets. Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, son. 57 the mic. Check.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd down now, it's Bell. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Darnold from the gun. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Leo, get it.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Let's go. H.E. Gator. 54. Right, 54. Here we go. Check. Watch twist. Ready.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Ricky.
2nd and 9 now. He gets it to Thomas. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, Got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Hey, Wahoo!
Back to throw. Eubanks. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 at the Saints' 41-yard line.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick-6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey. Hey. High 7.
54, right there. 54.
Deep grip.
Off the play fake. Eubanks. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Let's get off the field.
Hey, lock it.
A toss to Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. The 20, the big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eubanks. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Eubanks. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And now running right through it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. 21-0 our score after 1. Darnold down to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. This is caught, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
They'll try again with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And they will... not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, they at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Eubanks. Caught by Jones. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the 1st. On 2nd down now. It's Bell, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
You got nothing. Shoot, man, Eddie.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, That told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
You can't block me.
Back to throw. Eubanks. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
57, Mike 57.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Jim.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now it's Darnold. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, exit. 5.
Looking to throw. Eubanks looking long for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Ready up. 61. Matchbox lights.
54. Okay, double up.
Back to throw. Eubanks. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Go! 70, Indy.
I'm going back to you.
Snap.
To throw on second down. Eubanks. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And it's third down.
Down. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Here we go.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. Eubanks. He's got Smith here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
57.
Ready.
From the gun, Eubanks. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Murray. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring
Hey,
it.
zoom.
54.
Operating from the gun, Eubanks. Open man is Michael Thomas. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throwing on first down. Eubanks. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Second and 6. Looking long for Thomas. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
Shift! Watch the shift! Show it.
Look, squeeze.
On third down, Eubanks. And that's caught by Smith. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Go! Bravo!
On first and 10, Eubanks. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 21. Well, now off to the races, down the right side. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
You ready? 36, 36. Mike, 57.
Hey, Alpha. Now.
Throwing again on second and 10. Eubanks. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Set, 8-3.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
6 gone. Check 6 gone. Topper. Ready.
Looking to throw on second down. Eubanks. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Bell. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That second down play nets a -4. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Found his target. It's Anderson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now they'll toss it to Bell running left. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down, Eubanks. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Buzz.
54.
Let's go.
From the gun, Eubanks. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Hey, orbit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Eubanks. Oh, he's going to go for... And now here's another interception. Marcus May with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coach,
and he can't find room to run. Bell's going to go down, and that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Tackles.
Five.
Operating from the gun, Eubanks. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
On the ready.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that. Go, go. Give me that ball, defense.
57. Mike, 57. Bound to lose one.
To throw again, Eubanks. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Get it.
On 1st down, Eubanks. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
Wahoo!
57 is mine. Yeah. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. It's our time. It's our time.
Hey, high 7. Shoot.
From the gun, Eubanks. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's got room. And now look at him go. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And now here is another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Yo, faster.
Throwing on first down. Eubanks. He completes it to Jones. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Saints.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Switch up.
Operating from the gun. Eubanks. It's caught. Smith. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinton Williams coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He may try and run for this. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Go.
Get him. You got him.
Now.
From the gun, Eubanks. Dancing to his left. He's going to air this thing out deep for touch. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So take away the touchdown. It's kind of been one of those games for these guys.
I think it's safe to say that that type of a play just added to their misery, right?
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Let's go. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Eubanks. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Bell. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Now Bell. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's taken at around the 40. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Eubanks looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Murray. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 4th down, Eubanks. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me.
They'll run it with Bell. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.